Hey guys, funny thing happened yesterday. I took first at locals with fucking Sharks, of course. Overall, Sharks is a really good deck, and I think a lot more people should be playing this deck. It's a really good rogue contender. Should be tier 1. People should be playing this deck. It's really good. Without further ado, let's get into the monsters. Starting off, obviously, triple Buzzsaw Shark. Best starter in the entire deck. Tuna, but Tuna is literally just another 3 copies of Shark, of any Shark in your deck. So it's good to tutor out. Plus, whether you start with Tuna or Buzzsaw, you can end on a 4th or 5th summon Toad. You can easily dodge Nib in this deck. So Buzzsaw will just special out any. You target a fish on your field, and then you get to special out from your deck a fish with that same level but a different name, and then it locks you into Xyzes for the turn. And then Tuna will just special out any fish in your deck. Really good extender is Angler. If you end up not having anything to extend with, Angler is really good. If you don't have any Buzzsaw or Tuna, if you open Angler and another fish, you can make your rank 4, and it's kind of the worst way to start because you can only make one Toad and pass unless you open Xyz Remora as well, along with another fish. If you open Remora, another fish, and Angler, you can still, you can have, if you have these cards in your hand, you can still make 2 Toad, but you won't end on Draco. Whereas with these, if you start with these and White Mirror, then you can make Draco and 2 Toad. But if not, you have to open 3 cards to make 2 Toads, which isn't really fun because Draco is OP. But Vespinato pass isn't so bad. Vespinato 2 pass, 2 Toad pass is not that bad. So that's it for the Sharks. Moving on to the hand traps. 3 Ash, best hand trap in the game. 3 Ogre, 3 Imperm. So the reason I'm running 3 Ogre is because Adventure Token is a deck. That's a card. And this can easily just stop Adventure Tokens from popping off. They can get their token, and that's all they get, because all you have to do is just Ogre their Fateful Adventure, and then they can't search anything. So very self-explanatory for the hand traps. Moving on to the spells, 3 White Mirror. This is probably, next to Angler, probably the second best extender, because this is what enables your Draco combo. It also enables, most of the time, you can use this card to extend into another Xyz, as long as you haven't used your... if you have Angler and Grave and you haven't used Angler's effect yet, you can use this. Specialty Angler, search another Angler, specialty Angler. This is basically another 1-card Xyz. Your blowout card, 3 Dark Ruler. This deck kind of loses if you have a bunch of negates on your opponent's field. You can't really do anything because you kind of rely on 1 card to start you. So all I need is 1 monster negate, and you're just like fucked. So Dark Ruler, good blowout card. You also are gonna need 3 Chalice. This is just a budget version of Droplet. If you have Droplet, Droplet's way better because you can use it to dodge like Imperm and shit, and also negate your opponent's monsters. So that's good. Those are your main deck negates. For the 1-ofs, 1 Desires, 1 Upstart, 1 Called By. These are just to thin the deck, and this is just to stop hand traps. Pretty self-explanatory. Just 3 Strike, 3 D Barrier. Moving on to the extra deck. 2 Bahamut, 2 Toad. I feel like 3 of each is kind of bricky. You're already running for... you're already running out of extra deck space anyway, so I don't see why you would want to run 3 of each. Because Toad, if you make a Toad and you still have Bahamut on the field, you use Toad negate, you can just put Toad back in the extra. You now have another way of getting it next turn. More fish support. 2 Stealth Kraken and 1 Kraken Spawn. Just generics, Abyss Dweller and Tornado. This is really just an extender. Vespinato isn't really... its effect for piercing can come up, and it's really good to float. Because if you... I used this, I was playing against Plunder. I Dark Rulered all their monsters, made this. I crashed into the Synchro monster. I made Tornado, popped the field spell so that they didn't get boosted anymore, and then I overlaid this on top, crashed into their Synchro, specialed out, pushed for game. Draco package. Draco package is really good. You know, just a free steal of your opponent's monster. Plus, you know, you can use future, just regular future to go for game if you need to. And then Zeus package, because Zeus, you know, he's a fair card. Then the side deck is for hand traps, 2 Nib, 3 Lancia, 3 Crow, and then 1 Flying Sea. Flying Sea doesn't really come up, but you can use Flying Sea for anything. Like it's just a good like side deck spot. And for spells and traps, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Royal Decree, and then 1 Red Reboot. Anyway, guys, if you had any thoughts on what I could do to update this deck, it is kind of bricky. If you don't open a monster, like the reason I'm not running 3 Lantern and 3 Remora is because those monsters really brick, so you don't really want to open them. You want to use White Mirror or Buzzsaw to search them or special them. They're really just targets for Buzzsaw to get another monster on the field. And White Mirror just gives you another copy of them. So White Mirror, you search your other monster. And if you haven't normal summoned yet, you can still use that. If not, Remora is really good for extending. But other than that, guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.